Hello and happy Friday, and welcome to this extremely hardcore video from Radically Rational. And let me just warn you, unless you are willing to spend 23 out of every 24 hours in this office watching this video and learning from it, I just don't think there's room for. Are you kidding me? What is going on with Twitter? And it's kind of alarming to think that as ridiculous as all of this is, Twitter is such a big part of our society and a big part of communications. This could be a serious situation. So I'm going to do what I always do when confronted with a serious situation. I'm going to talk about football. A playoff game I want to see at some point in the AFC playoffs. Titans versus Ravens. Big boy football. Yeah, I'm kind of in on that. That's for sure. And by the way, if you haven't been keeping count, the Titans have won 7 of their last 8. All right, now think about this. How bad is it? How bad is the weather if you have to move a football game to Detroit to seek better weather in November? I was kind of amused the other day by the Cowboy delusionists who were making fun of the Eagles because they lost a game. Don't worry, they'll be fine. And by the way, they got finer yesterday because they addressed their problem. They signed Ndamukong Suh. That will shore up their porous run defense, whereas the Cowboys are left with a porous run defense. And signing OBJ is not going to fix that. They better address that. By the way, good luck stopping Dalvin Cook this Sunday, and then Saquon 4 days later. You know who else is going to be fine, though? Going to be fine. The Bills are going to be fine. Just relax. But Packers, you're just not very good. And that victory you got a few days ago against the Cowboys now means absolutely nothing. Was I the only one who saw it in Al Michaels' eyes and heard it in his voice last night? He was so grateful to finally be able to call a halfway decent Thursday night game. That was interesting. Keep an eye on Titans receiver Treylon Burks. He had a big night last night. Coming out of Arkansas last year, he was my top-rated receiver in the draft, and he's going to be a monster. Yes, it's important that the NFL commit to making each playing field as safe as possible, but I'm going to tell you, natural grass is not the solution in every instance. I very much like and respect Bill Cowher, very much, but he needs to knock off the screeching about Jeff Saturday. Not cool. So Daniel Snyder has been cheating fans out of ticket money? I am absolutely shocked. All right, there's a proposal around to name a COO, a Chief Operating Officer, for college football. Yeah, I'm available. As long as you remember that Tuesday is my bowling night. All right, a couple of things real quick. A society that is not rooted in truth cannot endure. A society that does not even acknowledge the concept of truth cannot endure. I'm hoping that we're moving back from the cliff. And maybe last Tuesday was an indication that we are. But here's what happens, and here's what has to happen. We have to marginalize crazy. Who's been saying that now for about 5 years? Don't misunderstand. Of course there is room for views all along the political and philosophical spectrum, as long as they're not crazy. And as long as they're not detached from truth. We need to recommit to truth and the concept of truth. And the way we do that is to marginalize crazy. So we'll start with this group. Election deniers, you are officially passé, to say the least. Just not putting up with it anymore, okay? If you're going to insist on perpetuating that crap, you are excluded from the discussion. You are excluded from political discourse. Let's get busy solving the problems that we have. You know, like, crime, inflation, the border, Hunter Biden. one more reason why I can't take you seriously. So every now and then, we at Radically Rational have to restate our own principles. We are bringing facts back into fashion. We are making simple sanity sexy again. And we are beating crazies of all stripes back into the margins and shadows where they belong. Happy Friday. We're Radically Rational.